Welcome back to the channel NUMISMA Hub to our channel. Glowing Star. Here we explore the fascinating history of coins like the 2001 Australian 50 cent featuring Queen Elizabeth II, including its centenary of Federation commemoratives and cultural significance. Join us as we uncover rare treasures and their true value in today's market. Sparkle's top 4. First up, the Australian 50 cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II in the year 2001 is one of the most fascinating coins in modern Australian numismatics. It represents not only the standard circulation coinage, but also a rich variety of commemorative issues released to celebrate major events in Australian and global history. The year 2001 marked Australia's centenary of Federation, making it an especially important year for coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The obverse side of the 2001 50 cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as designed by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait was introduced in 1999 and continued on Australian coins into the 21st century. It shows a more mature image of the Queen wearing the royal diadem. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II Australia 2001. This portrait style is considered one of the most lifelike and is still admired for its artistic accuracy. On the reverse side, the 50 cent coin from 2001 had two different categories, the standard circulation coin and the special commemorative designs. The standard issue displayed the Australian coat of arms, which had been a feature since the introduction of the 12-sided 50 cent coin in 1969. The arms depict the kangaroo and emu supporting a shield with the badges of Australia's 6 states, symbolizing national unity. However, what makes the 2001 50 cent coin remarkable is the large number of commemorative coins released for the centenary of Federation. Australia celebrated 100 years since the 6 separate British colonies federated to form the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901. The Royal Australian Mint issued a set of coins, including the 50 cent piece, to honor this milestone. The Centenary of Federation 50 cent coins were divided into two major types, the State and Territory series and the National Coat of Arms coin. The State and Territory coins featured designs representing each of the 6 states and 2 territories, while the National Coat of Arms coin celebrated the unity of the Commonwealth itself. This was a massive release for Australian coinage and remains one of the most collectible issues. Each of the State and Territory coins had unique reverse designs, created through national design competitions. For example, the New South Wales coin depicted the warra, a flower, the state emblem. Victoria's coin included the Southern Cross constellation with symbolic patterns. Queensland's coin featured a brolga and a cassowary, both native birds. Similarly, Western Australia highlighted a black swan, while South Australia used the piping shrike emblem. Tasmania presented the Tasmanian tiger, an extinct but iconic species. The two territories also had their own coins. The Northern Territory coin showcased the desert rose and Aboriginal rock art, while the Australian Capital Territory (ACT) coin depicted the royal bluebell flower and Parliament House. These designs were not only artistic but also culturally significant, providing every region of Australia with recognition during the centenary celebrations. The National Coat of Arms 50 cent coin, issued in 2001, stood out as a unifying symbol for all Australians. This coin carried a modernized version of the Commonwealth coat of arms and was highly sought after by collectors. It reminded the people of Australia's journey from separate colonies to a united nation, reinforcing the importance of federation in shaping the country's democratic and political structure. All of the Centenary of Federation 50 cent coins were released into general circulation, meaning ordinary Australians could find them in their change. This wide release helped spread awareness about the centenary celebrations, while at the same time sparking interest in coin collecting among the public. Many people began saving these coins as keepsakes, which has made them scarcer in circulation over time. The mintage numbers for the 2001 50 cent coins varied depending on the design. Millions of standard coat of arms coins were struck, but the state and territory commemorative coins had much lower mintages. For example, individual state coins often had mintages in the range of 2 million, making them harder to find compared to standard issues. This difference in mintage contributes to their collectible value today. Another interesting fact is that the 50 cent coin in Australia has a unique 12-sided shape, which was first introduced in 1969 after the decimal transition in 1966. This unusual shape made the coin instantly recognizable, and by 2001 it had become a defining feature of Australia's coinage. The shape also symbolized durability and modernity, complementing the historical themes of the Federation centenary. For coin collectors, the 2001 50 cent coins are highly significant because they form part of a complete set of Federation commemoratives. Collectors often try to assemble full sets of the state and territory designs, along with the National Coat of Arms coin. Completing this set has become a popular goal in Australian numismatics, and some coins are much harder to find in good condition. In terms of metal composition, the 2001 50-cent coins were made of copper-nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a mass of 15.55 grams and a diameter of 31.51 millimeters. This composition has been standard for 50-cent pieces since 1969, following the withdrawal of the earlier round 50-cent coins that contained 80% silver. Thus, by 2001, Australia's 50-cent coin had become well established in this durable alloy. Collectors value these coins based on factors such as rarity, condition, and demand. While circulated examples of the state and territory coins can still be found relatively cheaply, uncirculated or mint-condition specimens can fetch significantly higher prices. Some proof versions and special collector sets were also produced by the Royal Australian Mint in limited quantities, further boosting the appeal of the 2001 50-cent series. Beyond their monetary worth, the 2001 50-cent coins carry historical and cultural significance. They tell the story of how Australia came together as a federation and highlight the unique identity of each state and territory. This blend of national unity and regional pride is what makes the coins so special, both as collectibles and as symbols of Australia's national journey. In conclusion, the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is far more than just another piece of currency. It represents a year of great national importance, celebrating 100 years of federation with a stunning range of designs. Whether collected individually or as a set, these coins remain highly sought after today. They are a reminder of Australia's rich history, cultural diversity, and enduring connection to Queen Elizabeth II during her long reign. Next up, the 2002 Australian 50-cent coin holds a special place in the nation's numismatic history, as it represents both the standard circulating design and a variety of commemorative issues. Like all Australian 50-cent coins struck since 1969, it is a piece made from consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition ensures durability in circulation, while its distinctive shape makes it easily identifiable by touch. By 2002, the 50 cent had already become one of the most trusted and widely used denominations in the country. On the obverse of the 2002 issue, the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian, introduced in 1999. This portrait replaced Raphael Maklouf's version and became the standard obverse design on Australian coins until 2019. The portrait is notable for its realism, presenting the Queen with greater detail and maturity, compared to earlier, more idealized versions. Around the effigy are the inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 2002, denoting the monarch and the nation of issue. The reverse side of the standard 2002 50-cent coin carries the Australian Commonwealth coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, who is also responsible for many of Australia's decimal coin reverses. The coat of arms features a shield containing the badges of the 6 states, supported by a kangaroo and an emu, both iconic Australian animals. Above the shield rests the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, while below sits a decorative wreath. This design has been a staple of the 50-cent piece since 1966, making it one of Australia's most recognizable coin reverses. The year 2002 was also significant because the Royal Australian Mint issued several commemorative versions of the 50-cent coin, marking important events and institutions. These special issues were not just for collectors but also circulated alongside the standard coat of arms type. This practice of issuing commemoratives has made Australian coinage especially popular among numismatists worldwide. One of the notable commemorative 50-cent coins of 2002 celebrated the Commonwealth Games held in Manchester, England. Australia has a rich history of participation in the Games, and this coin reflected national pride in athletic achievement and international sporting tradition. The coin featured a unique design highlighting sporting themes, which distinguished it from the standard coat of arms reversed. Another important 2002 50-cent release was the coin commemorating the Year of the Outback. This was a year-long celebration of rural and remote communities in Australia, honoring the contribution of the outback to the nation's identity and economy. The coin's reverse design captured themes of isolation, resilience, and the enduring spirit of those living in some of the harshest environments in the country. This piece became highly collectible due to its strong cultural significance. The Australia Remembers series also influenced 2002 coin releases. This series paid tribute to Australian military service and heritage. While the main Australia Remembers commemoratives were produced in other years, 2002 continued the spirit of honoring national service and pride through coin issues and mint sets. Such commemoratives highlighted how coinage can serve as a medium of remembrance and education. In terms of mintage, the standard 2002 coat of arms 50-cent coin was struck in large numbers for circulation, ensuring its availability to the general public. Exact mintage figures vary depending on circulation demand, but the Royal Australian Mint maintained a balance between circulating coinage and commemorative collector releases. Collectors often pursue both varieties, circulating and commemorative, to complete their year sets. The 2002 50-cent coins were struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, which has been responsible for producing Australia's decimal currency since its introduction in 1966. The mint is known for its high production standards, and coins from this era are generally well struck with sharp details, making them attractive even in circulated grades. Condition plays a critical role in determining the value of 2002 50-cent coins. Standard circulation coins in average condition are worth face value, but uncirculated examples and coins preserved in mint or proof sets carry a premium. Proof versions of the commemorative issues, struck with mirror-like finishes, are especially sought after by collectors. The 2002 50-cent coin series also reflects the ongoing tradition of Australia using its coinage to tell stories of national identity. From honoring the monarchy through the Queen's portrait, to celebrating sports, the outback, and historical institutions, the coins serve as miniature pieces of art and history. Each year's issues collectively paint a portrait of what mattered to Australians at the time. Over time, some of the commemorative 2002 50-cent coins have risen in value, particularly in pristine condition. Collectors of Commonwealth Games memorabilia, for instance, often seek out the Manchester coin. Similarly, the Year of the Outback coin has become iconic, since it reflects such an important theme in Australian culture. These coins can trade above face value in secondary markets, especially in uncirculated or proof quality. The educational role of these coins cannot be overlooked. For many Australians, especially children, commemorative 50-cent pieces are their first introduction to history, culture, and numismatics. The 2002 issues reinforced this tradition by sparking curiosity about the Outback, the Games, and the broader national story represented in coinage. The 2002 50-cent coins also hold a special connection to Queen Elizabeth II's reign. By that year, she had already been on the throne for 50 years, and coins continue to reflect her enduring presence. Although the Golden Jubilee was celebrated with special issues in other Commonwealth countries, Australian coins of 2002 still served as part of the ongoing tribute to her monarchy. From a collector's perspective, the 2002 50-cent pieces represent a dynamic blend of tradition and innovation. The coat of arms coin ensures continuity within the decimal series, while the commemorative issues keep the series fresh and engaging. Together, they provide a snapshot of early 21st century Australian values, interests, and identity. In summary, the 2002 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is more than just a piece of circulating currency. It is a historical artifact that reflects national pride, commemorates important events, and continues Australia's tradition of producing distinctive, meaningful coinage. Whether in the form of the standard coat of arms design or special commemoratives like the Commonwealth Games and Year of the Outback coins, these issues embody Australia's cultural heritage and remain treasured by collectors around the world. Next up, the Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II in the year 2000 holds an important place in the country's modern numismatic history. It represents not just a piece of currency, but also a symbol of national identity and commemoration during a pivotal time in Australian history. The year 2000 was especially significant because it marked the Sydney Olympic Games, one of the most iconic sporting events ever hosted in Australia. This connection gave the coin series of that year a unique appeal to collectors and the general public alike. The obverse of the coin continued to display the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as was tradition since decimal currency was introduced in Australia in 1966. In 2000, the portrait used was designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a British sculptor whose version of the Queen's likeness had been introduced in 1999. His design showed a more realistic and mature image of the monarch compared to earlier portraits, highlighting her strength and longevity as the head of the Commonwealth. The standard 50-cent coin in 2000 retained its iconic dodecagonal, 12-sided shape, which was introduced in 1969. This unusual geometric form distinguished it from many other world coins and made it easy for Australians to recognize and handle. Made of cupronickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, the coin had a mass of 15.55 grams and a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, making it one of the largest circulating coins in Australia at the time. The reverse of the regular circulation 50-cent coin in 2000 featured the Australian coat of arms. This design displayed the kangaroo and emu as supporters of the shield, with the 7-pointed Commonwealth star above. The coat of arms represented the unity of the 6 states and the territories of the Commonwealth of Australia. The reverse was designed by Stuart Devlin, who had been the official goldsmith and jeweler to Queen Elizabeth II, and his designs for Australia's coins remain iconic. While the standard coin carried the coat of arms, the year 2000 also introduced several commemorative versions of the 50-cent coin, particularly linked with the Sydney Olympics. A special Olympic coin program was launched by the Royal Australian Mint, producing a series of coins that celebrated different aspects of the games and Australian culture. These coins became highly collectible, not only in Australia but worldwide, due to the international attention surrounding the Olympics. Among these commemoratives was the Millennium series, which included the distinctive 2000 Millennium 50-cent coin. This coin, unlike the standard circulation type, featured a stylized image of the Australian flag and a prominent depiction of the Union Jack and the Southern Cross. The design marked the beginning of a new millennium and celebrated Australia's heritage and place in the world. The Millennium 50-cent coin became famous for a particular variety known as the encused flag. On most coins, the flag design is raised. However, in a small portion of the mintage, the Union Jack and Southern Cross were struck into the coin as encuse sunken into the surface. This error or variant quickly captured the attention of collectors and is today one of the most valuable and sought-after modern Australian decimal coins. The encused flag variety was likely the result of an intentional test striking during production at the Royal Australian Mint. While the exact number minted is unknown, estimates suggest that perhaps around 200,000 may exist, making it relatively scarce compared to the tens of millions of standard 50-cent coins. Because of this, the coin has a significant premium on the collector's market, sometimes fetching hundreds of dollars depending on condition. The regular Millennium 50-cent coin had a very large mintage, as it was released into general circulation. Australians remember finding these coins in their change during the early 2000s, with many people keeping them aside because of their distinctive design. This circulation release ensured the coin became part of the collective memory of the nation, particularly associated with the excitement of the new millennium. In addition to the Millennium design, the Sydney Olympic coin program in 2000 also issued a wide range of 50-cent pieces to commemorate different sports and Olympic events. These coins were sold both individually and in sets, and they quickly became prized souvenirs of the games. While they were not released into mass circulation like the Millennium coin, they contributed greatly to the coin collecting boom in Australia during this period. The presence of multiple designs in the year 2000 makes the 50-cent series from this year one of the most diverse in Australian numismatic history. Collectors today often seek to build complete sets that include the regular coat of arms issue, the Millennium coin, the encused flag variety, and the Olympic commemoratives. This range makes 2000 an essential year for any serious collector of Australian decimal coins. The year 2000 coins also carry historical weight because they coincide with the transition into a new era. Globally, the arrival of the new millennium was marked with celebrations and a sense of renewal. Australia's coinage reflected this mood, balancing national pride, tradition, and a forward-looking identity. The Millennium coin in particular symbolized both Australia's ties to its heritage and its place as a modern, independent nation. For numismatists, the 2050-cent coins highlight the intersection of everyday money and collectible art. They were used daily in shops and markets but also held a deeper significance as symbols of history and culture. The fact that some varieties, like the encused flag, have grown so valuable shows how small differences in design or production can transform an ordinary coin into a rare treasure. Market values for the 2000 Millennium encused flag coin have steadily risen over the years. While initially overlooked by many as awareness spread, collectors and investors alike began to appreciate its rarity. Today, high-grade examples can command substantial prices at auctions, sometimes reaching several $100s or more, depending on condition and grading. Meanwhile, the standard 2050-cent coat of arms coin and the regular Millennium coins remain affordable and easy to obtain, making them accessible entry points for new collectors. These coins remind us that not all value is monetary. Many Australians still keep them as nostalgic reminders of the Olympic Games and the excitement of the new millennium. In conclusion, the Australian 50-cent coin of 2000 is one of the most historically and culturally significant decimal issues. It combines tradition with commemoration, everyday circulation with numismatic rarity. From the standard coat of arms to the Millennium design and the legendary encused flag variety, the coins of this year tell a story of national pride, global attention, and the enduring appeal of collecting. For historians, collectors, and Australians alike, the 2050-cent coin remains a true icon of its era. Next up, the Australian 50-cent coin of 1977 holds a special place in numismatic history because it was released during the early years of the dodecagonal 12-sided 50-cent series, which replaced the original round silver coin introduced in 1966. By 1977, the coin had already become an established denomination in Australian currency, circulating widely across the nation. What makes this year's coin remarkable is that it not only carried the standard design but also commemorated an important royal event, the Silver Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. This year saw both the regular issue coin and a commemorative edition struck to mark 25 years of Her Majesty's reign. The standard circulation 1977 50-cent coin bore the familiar obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. This portrait, introduced in 1966, depicted the young queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. It was elegant and formal, serving as a strong reminder of Australia's ties to the British monarchy. The Machen effigy was widely used across Commonwealth nations at the time and remained on Australian coins until 1984, making it instantly recognizable to collectors and the general public. The reverse of the standard 1977 50-cent coin featured the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, who was also the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. The coat of arms design included the emu and the kangaroo, two iconic Australian animals supporting the shield that bore the symbols of the 6 states of the Commonwealth. This design, with its intricate detailing, was introduced in 1969 and has remained one of the most enduring and symbolic images in Australian coinage. Beyond the standard issue, 1977 was significant because of the release of a commemorative 50-cent coin celebrating the Silver Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. This was a one-year-only issue with a unique reverse design, making it highly desirable for collectors. The commemorative coin featured a special motif highlighting the Queen's 25 years on the throne, a milestone that resonated strongly with Australians due to the nation's deep historical ties with Britain and its shared monarchy. The commemorative reverse design of the 1977 Silver Jubilee 50-cent coin showcased a crowned effigy of the Queen within a circle, surrounded by the inscription 25th Anniversary of Accession. The intricate artwork symbolized loyalty and respect to the monarch, while also emphasizing Australia's cultural and political heritage. This marked one of the earliest times Australia issued a circulating commemorative 50-cent coin, setting the stage for many more commemoratives in later decades. Both the standard and commemorative coins were struck in copper-nickel alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gave them durability and a silvery appearance. Unlike the original 1966 round 50-cent piece, which was made of 80% silver and quickly withdrawn due to the rising value of silver, the dodecagonal copper-nickel coins were more practical for everyday use. This metal composition also ensured that the coins would remain cost-effective to produce and resistant to wear from circulation. The weight and dimensions of the 1977 50-cent coin were consistent with other dodecagonal issues. Each coin weighed 15.55 grams and measured 31.5 millimeters across, making it one of the largest coins in Australian currency. The 12-sided shape made the coin easily distinguishable by touch and appearance, helping prevent confusion with the 20-cent coin, which was round and slightly smaller. In terms of mintages, millions of the standard circulation 50-cent coins were struck in 1977 to meet the needs of commerce. The Silver Jubilee commemorative issue was also produced in large numbers, ensuring that nearly every Australian could encounter one in daily transactions. This high mintage meant that while the coins were not rare, they were widely distributed and remain a nostalgic reminder of 1977 for many Australians. Collectors often note that the 1977 50-cent coins, particularly the Silver Jubilee commemorative, are among the most popular pieces in the Australian decimal series. Their appeal lies not in rarity but in historical significance and sentimental value. Many people who lived through the Silver Jubilee celebrations recall receiving these coins in change, making them keepsakes of a memorable national event. Condition plays a major role in the value of the 1977 coins today. Circulated examples are generally worth only face value, given the large number minted, but uncirculated or proof versions carry a premium. Proof coins, struck with special dies and polished blanks, were sold directly to collectors in presentation packaging. These proof issues have a mirror-like finish, and are especially sought after by numismatists who specialize in commemorative Australian coins. The 1977 Silver Jubilee celebrations in Australia were extensive, with parades, official ceremonies, and widespread public participation. The coin issue was part of a larger program of commemorative stamps, medallions, and memorabilia. For many Australians, the 50-cent coin was the most enduring keepsake, as it was practical, widely available, and carried the significance of the Queen's long reign. Interestingly, the commemorative 1977 50-cent coin was one of the first times that the Australian 50-cent denomination was used to mark a royal milestone. This set a tradition that has continued in the years since, with coins marking events such as royal visits, royal weddings, and anniversaries of the monarchy. In this way, the 1977 coin paved the way for a long line of collectible commemorative issues. From a design perspective, the 1977 50-cent coin demonstrated the versatility of the denomination for commemorative purposes. Its large size and unique shape gave designers ample space to create meaningful imagery. The Silver Jubilee coin's crown and portrait emphasized dignity and respect for tradition, while the standard coat of arms design continued to represent national identity and unity. In today's numismatic market, the 1977 50-cent coin remains a popular collectible, especially for beginners and those building complete date runs of Australian decimal coins. The commemorative Silver Jubilee version often forms part of special themed collections focusing on the British monarchy or Australian commemorative issues, while not particularly rare, pristine examples are always in demand. The historical value of the 1977 50-cent coin goes beyond its monetary worth. It represents a moment when Australia expressed both its national identity and its connection to the monarchy. For coin collectors, it captures the dual themes of heritage and change that defined Australia's coinage in the late 20th century. The year 1977 stands out as an early example of how coins can serve as both tools of commerce and symbols of cultural celebration. Ultimately, the Australian 1977 50-cent coin, whether in its standard coat of arms form or the commemorative Silver Jubilee edition, remains a lasting reminder of the country's numismatic journey. It bridges the everyday use of money with moments of national pride and history. Today, it is treasured not only by coin collectors but also by Australians who see it as a tangible connection to the past and to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Backhand index pointing right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin history and value videos. See you in the next one.